Stuff. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, test. What's up? How's it going? This number. So, picking up where we last left off yesterday. We did some TikTok. Scorpio, Libra, Virgo. So I think we got Sagittarius next. Sagittarius next. Just go old school. Do this one. Okay, Sagittarius or ninth house, reach out. We're going to go with the old school deck. Magician in the upright. This is manifestation. Let me move this camera a little bit. This is manifesting with your imagination first and foremost, your feeling, okay, directing your compass to your kind of magnetic north. Also leaving room for things to flow and develop on their own accord and leveraging that momentum to your advantage. These tools on the table suggest that you have everything that you need here and now within you. You don't lack or miss of anything. This is a very concentrated directive. Okay, you know where you want to go, you know where you want to be, you know how you want to do it. And so you need to allow that to unfold. Trust the divine timing. Remember, you're a timeless being, whether you've come to that realization yet or not. That's just the fact of the matter. Under all of the ego, under all of the personality, under all of the emotion and the thoughts, there is the observer. Under all of the observing consciousness awareness, there is pure being. And so that makes you a part of the timeless tether to before the dawn of all creation and existence. You're a part of that. So spirituality is like, oh shit, the realization of that. Let me start acting like that. Let me start behaving like that. Let me start informing my personality of that so that I'm not manipulated by this corrupt world that we live in. And we all know that by now. And if you don't, then you need to start waking up to that. And, the corrupt kind of frequencies that want to possess the personality and cause a chain reaction of negativity. So your practice is the realization of, if I could see it before me, then I know it's not me. I know there's still much more to peel back in the layers of the onion. Um, and so with that, you just get a more kind of purified set of values that are not ego based. Um, and you're not as clingy to the results of what happened in the exterior world, because you know that they don't define you. Again, a deeper layer of the onion is you define your personality based on the values. Um, and if you find that your values are corrupt or defunct, then no worries, because you could always dig deeper and peel off those layers that no longer serve you. Lower frequency, lower vibrational. And that's what the devil card is in the reverse. It's leaving that lower frequency, lower vibrational, that which is trying to keep you blind. You see the devil pointing the torch downward there with his right hand, and that's to keep these individuals in the dark. And so the more illuminated you become, um, the more you're going to naturally gravitate away from negativity, low vibrational, dense energy. There's such a good, there's such a thing as a healthy version of dense energy, right? Grounded, rooted. Maybe you'll want to practice a meditation of grounding yourself and becoming more dense spiritually in your energy. Um, to a healthy affectation, to a healthy extent, right? There's a positive version of that grounded rootedness. Dense energy is not bad energy by default, but it's often misconstrued with raising your vibration, you know, to a higher timeline, all that stuff. So it's just interesting how the kind of scale is not just lateral, it's really like all over the place. It's multifaceted, multi-layer, multi-dimensional. I say all of this to say that you're moving fast, though, in the more that you are learning these lessons on yourself in this dense energy. I think we'll pick up the 3D, affectation around you to where you're seeing these changes now. Now, it could be, well, what came first? Where you started to notice changes anyways, which is now triggering this um, point of view, this mindfulness to ground your energy. Self-sabotage is always going to be, first and foremost, Ten of Swords, is overthinking. Okay, so another reason to ground your energy. And then, of course, if you are operating with just, toxic chemicals, drinking, smoking, toxic people, allowing low vibrational energies to fester, something triggered me earlier. If you allow it, if you feed it, then that will be another form of lowering your vibration and frequency in an unhealthy way. That'll be the example of a dense energy that's unhealthy. Jealousy, green-eyed, envy, green with envy, thinking that someone else has it better. Someone could be viewing you in that way as well. Again, the key is to not feed into that and focus on where you're headed to. And that seems to be this Ace of Pentacle energy, this new reward, this new offering by Spirit. If you're too busy concerned with others that might be player hating, then you might be distracted to where you don't see this offer. I saw something earlier that says the seed needs the space to grow. And it's interesting because the Judgment card in the reverse is the space. Excuse me. And the Ace of Pentacles in the upright is the seed. So don't be afraid of the space. Don't be afraid to incorporate meditation daily, so as to refamiliarize yourself with that space, that empty, that void, also known as source. Some call it God, the universe, the quantum potential, the 5D. To me, it's all the same. The only difference is that we might be confused with the term of God, because that would be a personification where we expect a timely, butler, parent figure, God to acquiesce to our prayers and our demands on a timely basis. If you're going to do that, you have to throw out the timeline, though, because oftentimes that's what gets people tripped up on their spiritual path. Is that you have to throw out your concept of time. And meditation, manifestation, it teaches you to allow yourself to feel as if, to act as if you already have what you want. Act as if already, resonate already in those energies of gratitude. Everything's paid, everything's taken care of. I have the motivation, the energy, resources, the inspiration, the content, the peace. That's always going to be your kind of recentering, your north compass. And it's just a rinse, wash, and repeat. And then you're just fielding any and all bullshit that might cross your table. Again, redirecting yourself, recentering yourself, trying to understand why you're triggered. Oftentimes, if you're triggered or if you're angry, it just means that you care. So sometimes you have to tell yourself, I don't care. It's not worth my happiness. I'm not going to try to wrap my head around. Maybe you're trying to understand a narcissist. I'm not going to try to understand that because, especially if you're an empath, you will never understand a narcissist because they don't operate off of logic and reason-based, faith and trust and goodwill, or empathy, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So you will never grok that. Grok is another word for understanding and comprehending. You will never be able to integrate that. So some things are a lost cause to you because you have a better path that you travel down. So keep your eye on the prize because it's going to be worth it and it's suited, it's tailor-made just for you. Don't let these little moments keep you, losing the forest from the trees. They're not worth it. It's not worth it. Let's keep moving forward. All right, let's see what comes out for Aries. That was a lot. Sorry. Old school deck. Magician in the upright. This is manifestation. Let me pull this camera back a little bit. This is manifesting with your imagination first and foremost, your feet. What was this for? Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius or ninth house, reach out. We're going to go with the old school. Let's start with Pisces. Let's see what comes out for Capricorn or 10th house. Follow me on TikTok. Reach out for one-on-one personal reading. Another ace. We ended the last reading with an ace of Pentacle. Very exciting, fresh, brand spanking new energy blowing on in. The Ace of Swords. You see these little markings here, these little electrical lights here, whatever you want to call them. They're called yods. It's my understanding that means God's gifts, God's blessings. Ace of Sword, cutting through the scattered brainness, victory, success, clarity, minor arcana. Tower moment, meaning sudden change, rapid change, things picking up quickly, some truth, some communication coming to you, personal victory. Six of Wands in the reverse. This is also a personal victory. Sticking to your ethic, your moral compass, your code. Coming out of heartbreak here. Coming to a decision, I would say, as well. Coming out of a third-party situation, leaving an environment where you might live, study, work. You're not being receptive to something that's being offered you there. Could be work related for some. Okay, something that's going to get you out of the house. Something might trigger you or inspire you. Yeah, what's this Three of Pentacles in the reverse? It comes across as maybe getting out of the house, but for some, it'll be coming out of a collaborative effort or a third-party situation, business-wise, work-wise, school-related, maybe venturing off on your own. Could be some apprenticeship, an apprentice starting their own. Three of Wands in the upright. This is seeing your ships coming in. This is seeing the brighter future ahead. Things are making sense. You could actually see tangible results. Four Wands in the reverse could be like after the party, after the celebration. For some, it will be this splitting energy, this divorcing of or from energy. Space, a lot of space here. Space is good because it means something will come in or grow into it as a result. And you see that Knight of Wands taking up that space. Could be room to run. You're set free. Spirit has probably been holding you hostage, but for your own safety and for your own highest well-being, for your own good. And now you just have room to run here. Look at this Knight of Wands running down the road. Judgment in the reverse is space. It's like the dog days are over. Run fast for your mother, you're fast for your father, run for your sister, your children, and your brother. Leave all your love and your love behind. I can carry it with you if you want to survive. Taking action. I also see a heavy weighing energy, Nine of Wands in the upright. Oftentimes it's a matter of perspective. You see, it's only really as a result of someone looking at their Nine of Wands. This could also be seen as someone looking at you, envying your position. But the truth is that you put yourself out there, you took a lot of risks, and you marched to the beat of your own drum. And so that's why you're in this position. They can see an investment coming into you in your coming your way. Ten of Cups in the upright. Maybe even you starting your own family or meeting soulmates that feel like family, friends, soul trap. It's been a long time coming, but this offer is coming. Yeah, and it's definitely going to be an emotional investment. You fought hard for this. You've been holding your ground. You might have been feeling as though you've been this one-man army, and finally the cavalry's coming. Finally, the resources are coming. Yes, and you know it. You know it's about goddamn time. Ace of Sword in reverse. The second Ace of Sword came out of this super deck. You've been going within a lot. If not, then you're advised to meditation. Could be doing some creative writing, poetry, lyrics, prose, journaling, art, things like that. And of course, there's always going to be those that are the worry warts around you. Okay, if you are the worry wart, just know that worrying never solved anything. You might as well put that energy into good use. A good grounding exercise is actually writing. You're grounding that electrical thought, impulse, energy. And so you can feel less scattered. And when you see the reality on paper, it's not as scary as when it's floating around in the thought cloud, which informs your mood, right? So writing or grounding exercises are a good way to get rid of that. That could also be working out, lifting weights, things like that, going for a run, whatever your workout is, meditating. worried over some sort of conflict here, competition, but the Queen of Pentacles suggests that you're in a league of your own and you don't have to be concerned. Things are coming in, things will come in at the right time. Never doubt that. Yeah, and good times ahead. 3 Cup in the upright, celebrating something worth celebrating. Justice reaching its scale, its balance on the fulcrum. Could be getting into a relationship this year as well, and money situations turning around all of a sudden. Tower card, oh my god. Like it. You don't see it though, moon card in the reverse, but these wish fulfillments are coming in for you. You're going to be up and running in no time if you feel like you've been sitting on the bench for a minute now. You will be able to give and invest in the directions you wish to. Yeah, because I am giving a very kind of kind and warm nature for all that you've been through. And maybe even feeling like, oh man, if I can't give of myself, then what am I? What's that say about me? World card in the upright. You love to see it, man. It's just going through this whole new portal, this whole new world. And I know other readers have been saying that for the collective as well. A whole new world. I like it. People also might be looking back at you, reflecting, curious about where you're at in your life, how you've been able to manage or what you've been able to do, survive, put up with. Because it could be that they've been feeling like no news is like leaving them a bit perturbed. Okay. Especially people that may have tried to like vanish, ghost you, did wrong by you, all that shit. It reminds me of that justice card that came out earlier just now. It's your time, right? You've served your kind of spiritual time. And not to the extent that, you've been in like spiritual prison or anything. I don't like thinking of things in that way, but I really do think that this time is a luxury, a benefit that Spirit has allotted to you. Not a lot of people are able to dive deeply into themselves as possibly as you have. So look at this in the best way that serves you as opposed to condemns you. I know that a lot of people have that problem where, they feel like they're guilty, they feel like they don't deserve good things, or they feel like they've done something wrong, and all of that is nonsense of the third realm, the 3D that we live in. I preach, practice, promote unconditional love. I really do believe in that. Salvation within yourself, from yourself, is always there. You yourself are an expression of the universe, therefore it's like a law of the universe. And so the more that we spread that and practice that for yourself first and foremost, and the more you can practice that towards others, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So, all right, let's see what else comes out. See what comes out for Capricorn or 10th house cross-watcher. Follow me on TikTok, reach out for one-on-one personal reading. Another ace. We ended the last reading with an ace of Pentacle. Very exciting, fresh, brand spanking new energy blowing on in. The Ace of Swords. You see these little marks. Let's see what comes out for Capricorn or 10th house crossword. A real general. Let's start with Pisces. Okay, we have Aquarius. Take for your 11th house. If you're not Aquarius, reach out for one-on-one. Follow me on TikTok. Ten of Cup in the reverse. Disillusioned, Okay, maybe seeing the reality of things beyond the projected kind of fairy tale or happiness. But this is where the real spiritual work begins. Page of Cup in the upright. Spiritual soul searching, soul seeking. Someone could be seeking you out as well. They could be carrying a lot of shame or guilt. Eight of Swords in the upright. They might be on a similar journey, unorthodox, going against the grain, carving their own path, their own position in the world, and they might be feeling a lot of what you've already overcome. It could be emotional loneliness or just being on a solo journey. Keep in mind that that might trigger feelings of resentment, self doubt, backlash, maybe feeling like there are no new beginnings, there's nothing to be happy about. Could be losing rest, losing sleep, this person. You might even end up in a relationship with this person, connected to this person. It could be something kind of faded there. But usually you have something to learn from someone that is brought into your life like this. Yeah, you both could feel kind of ousted, and in which you would want to kind of create your own community, maybe your own social club, start your own thing. Just feels like a lot of relatability, a lot of maybe not seeing any forward progress in their career path, maybe not a lot of community or communication, leading to self doubt. Am I on the right path? Maybe even betrayal, heartbreak, but that ultimately forcing in them, as you've had on your path, to go within and to try to kind of figure out what the real root of this path is, this road, this life that you've chosen. Remember Eckhart Tolle, spiritual guy, Eckhart Tolle, an interesting thought practice that he had was like to act as if, or even tell yourself, like, I've chosen all of this, perfectly, exactly. It's all in my favor. But start to kind of get in that vein of thought, that line of thinking, not in a way of like, oh, I've condemned myself or all my problems and I've sandbagged myself. More so like, no, this is actually good. This is actually where I want to be. This is all perfect. This is all to my liking. It's just a little thought experiment, a little thought exercise, where you could shift your perspective of this situation that you're in, or whatever you might be going through. If you're going through anything, you might not be. And it just requires mindfulness. When I see the strength card, I just think mindfulness. Okay, disciplining the impulsive animal side of things. Um, Moon card in the upright, the emotional self, the emotional sensibility, things being illuminated so that you could see as you move further down this unorthodox path, which is the Hierophant reverse, you will actually see growth and progress, and that will allow you to feel as though you were learning, you're making advancements, you could see change in effect, and that all of this is not for naught, it's for something. And sometimes you do have to relinquish your time frame. I say that a lot. You have to trust that there is that big kind of cosmological sky clock, okay, the astrology, um, that is really, creating these kind of, to your interpretation, might seem like confusion. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? You have to understand that you're in the context of something far greater than yourself. And so you might have this defensive posture where you want to take a swipe at that kind of confusion, or you might be this is confusion, by the way, Seven of Cup in reverse. And you, the energy of a student, someone that might want to learn or understand, a good way for you to understand and integrate is to know that you are part of this big sky clock where divine timing has to unfold. Planets and stars need to be in position for you to be able to move forward, chariot in the reverse to the chariot in the upright. And it's all to your benefit. It's all to your highest good. And so instead of kind of swiping at the confusion or being angry or beating yourself up, Spirit is saying, no, zoom out, see the forest from the trees, see the bigger picture, try to expand and extrapolate as much as possible upon the bigger vision. Widely broad brushstrokes, painting with widely broad brush strokes. And then there will be a time where that has to be put to the side. But these things happen impulsively. They unfold, if you will, if you allow them to. All you have to do is merely just remain mindful. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about things like just recently, earlier today, that have like triggered me, and like I'm still thinking about them, and I'm seeing that, and I'm laughing at that now. Um, because we live in both worlds, right? And so you have to balance, and you have to take it with a grain of salt, and not let these things that get to you so deeply to the point where you can't let them go. You have the Lover's card here too as well. Okay, this feels faded. This almost feels as though that Spirit is like, okay, giving you time to claim what you want. Then you have to leave that kind of post, and then now faded to meet someone that you're meant to be with. Lover's card in the upright. Could be a twin flame journey, the dharmic path, someone that's meant for you to help you along your spiritual path. I like it. This could also be union with self, okay, which is funny because it's so, you know, two sides of the same coin that it's so far right that it's actually now left, you know. Union of self. So you're just more kind of in tune, in sync with the unfolding of the process, more at peace with it. Union of these energies within yourself. And for some, it will manifest in the 3D. Um, so very cool. Freed energy, change of mind, change of perspective, not carrying these heavy burdens with you, focus on your financial freedom and independence, attracting more offers and opportunities as a result. Not disempowering yourself for anybody, even if they're close to home, family, friends, related. Feels like no one could pull the wool over your eyes anymore. No one can manipulate you anymore. Confirmation. See incoming communication here. Okay. Be mindful of fair weather, friends, family. Now that you got things going on, now you got the momentum on your side, is what I would say. All right, let's see what comes out for Pisces. Reach out for more.
You're always afraid to take the first step.
Okay, we have Aquarius. Seek for your 11th house. If you're not Aquarius, reach out for one-on-one. Follow me on TikTok. Ten of Cups in the room. Okay, Sagittarius or ninth house. Reach out. We're gonna go with the old school deck. Magician in the upright. Pisces or 12th house. Reach out for one-on-one. Follow me on TikTok. Let's get more context because the Four Wands could be a couple of things in the reverse position. Freed up energy. Okay, this is after a celebration, knowing where you stand. You finally see dreams are possible, that you could attain this King of Pentacles status. You don't know how you're going to do it, but you know that you have this reservoir, this reserve, this like trust. It might be a trust fund for some literally, but it feels more like a spiritual. You have so much good karma. You're such on the good dharmic path that you know that it's like you have the go ahead run here. Tower in the reverse is a lot of space, a lot of room to run because you're not causing conflict. Okay, you're merely empowered. Big stepper here with the Emperor energy. You could even surpass what you've ever dreamed of being possible for yourself. Because technically, the Emperor surpasses the King of Pentacle here. So, very cool. Non gender specific. Again, you might not see the action in front of you, meaning something might come to you, this opportunity. Yeah, you definitely don't see it. Empress is giving birth here to this stability for you, this platform, something to step up upon or into. Personal victory here, and it's just this continuation of opening up your world. I'm just getting that you're headed into one of the best phases of your life, of your world, where you're just having these options and you're picking the best option for you based on a code, based on a morality and ethic, based on what you know is right. I'm getting that your character is probably the strongest that it's ever been. And that could even be reflected romantically in the partner that you choose, that you end up with. There's an inner knowing. Could be as to who it might be. Could be someone entirely new, not from your past. Six of Cups in the reverse. But they may seem familiar, spiritually speaking, or from the same location. You might have endearing feelings towards this person. Yeah, heavy relationship energy here. Might be challenging, some friction, some butting heads here, trying to learn each other's styles. Okay, someone's trying to learn more about you, what you do, what you're about. Okay, what you don't want to do is you don't want to operate with these heavy energies, though. The Nine of Wands are heavy energies. Could be resentment, jealousy, comparing, grass is always greener, falling for that stuff. Could be also carrying lack of trust from past relationships or past experiences. If you've just been through the thick of it and your trust is not as easy to come by, then I could be in the Nine of Wands as well. Might be certain lifestyle aspects about them that you don't trust or you don't vibe with. Great Cup in the upright. And that might be something that you have to deal with in your next cycle here. Yeah, you don't seem compromising. You rather go slowly alone on your own path than be rushed. That seems for certain here. You have a keen sense of direction and where you want to go and how you want to get there. And you're confident. You're supremely confident because you're connected to source, to spirit, to the unfolding aspects of life. And so for you, nothing is worth your peace. No news is good news. Some might consider you stubborn as all get out. That's funny. But the prize you're going for, it's going to be a humdinger. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be quite the lick. Spirit is telling me to tell you. Yeah, a lot of ego growth here. A lot of ego growth transitioning away from your traditional ego here. Ten of Sword, death to the High Priestess. Personal transformation, evolution, integration. Very lovely. I like it. All right, reach out for more. Pisces for 12th house. Reach out for one on one. Follow me on TikTok. Pisces for. See what comes or Capricorn or 10th. Come a big step. Baby still drop out. Baby, blow it, blow it. You're online. Everybody relax.